Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Like, can you hear me well? All right, so this is going to be a little odd because I am streaming on Instagram on my phone over here, and I'm streaming on YouTube on my computer over here. So this is going to be a thing. I'm going to try and catch comments from both and answer. But I'll be honest, I got 2 things to look at, and they're not right next to each other. Maybe I should have put the phone over here so it's next to the YouTube comments, but it's over here. Um, Hello, and welcome to my birthday stream. Streams 2. I've got 2 at once. Welcome to my birthday streams. Tyler, you might be right. It might be too much streaming, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Uh, I'm turning 36. I am 36 today. Yeah, so that's how old I am as of today. Um, Thank you, Nicole and Tyler. Don't cross the streams. I don't know how to cross live streams, but that's fine. Um, for those who haven't noticed, I have my party lights going. They'll just be changing colors the whole time. And yeah, yeah. So, if you got questions, feel free to ask. I will be trying, like I said, I will try to catch questions on both, but it's gonna be a little tricky. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be more likely to see your questions on YouTube than Instagram because YouTube, the questions stay on screen longer. On Instagram, I've got this like short, I could basically see like one question at a time, and that is pretty much it. So yes, more likely to see on YouTube. So if you really have a question and you're like, it's a good question, maybe hop over onto YouTube and ask it there. Maybe a little more likely. But the camera is better quality on Instagram because my phone camera is, I don't even know, it's good. Whereas my laptop camera is like, oh, what's enough for a computer made in 2021? 720p. That's plenty. And so it's, oh my gosh, if that. And like, it's terrible. Low light. So yeah, got them both. Take your pick. More likely to answer questions on YouTube. You're going to have a better visual on Instagram. There it is. Yeah. So thank you to the many people who have said happy birthday either in messages or here. Um, that was really nice of you. I appreciate that. Um, Let's see. Someone JJ asks, "Do you have any plans at all besides the streams for your birthday?" For the actual day of my birthday, not a lot. I've been dismantling and cleaning my barbecue grill, which I have had for like 3 or 4 years and like never cleaned, so it was disgusting and had like some rust spots and just all over. So I've been cleaning that. That has been most of my day, honestly. Um Yeah. Ooh, actually, you know what? I just remembered that I left something in the back of my car when I went to Costco, and it needs to be in the refrigerator. So I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Everyone, just keep commenting an endless stream of "he'll be right back" for like 30 seconds, so that people don't leave if they like pop in and are like, "Wait, where is he? He should." So yeah, I'll be right back. Comment that. Comment it over and over. All right, you can stop commenting. Whew, thanks, guys. That was close. That was fortunately the things that are supposed to be cold were still cold. Wasn't in there that long. All right. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Thanks, guys, for covering for me while I was going there. That was scary. All right. That was actually pretty quick. No, I just had to run to my garage. I have a fridge in my garage. Take something out of my car. I had a cake and some tri-tip that I'm gonna be cooking tomorrow. Oh, microphone's far away. Sorry, guys. Taylor Swift or no? Yeah, I like Taylor Swift. Favorite song? I don't know if I have a favorite. Just in general, most of them, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. All right. What are your questions, guys? I'm here taking questions. Some of them. Got to throw some things out. You got rid of your door behind me. No, the door is still there. It's just open because why not? All right, no spamming. No spamming. Don't ask the same questions over and over. At least wait a minute. Michaela, do you know ASL? I know a tiny bit. One food to pick for life. Someone asked. Tyler asked what the circumference of a goose is. 6. One food for life. If I say pizza, does that include all the varieties of pizza? That's my important question here. Yeah. Does it include all the varieties of pizza? What's the day like over there? Over here is in Utah, and it is very warm and quite sunny. So, really great weather today. Which is just how I like it. I mean, to me, it's great weather. Warm. It's like probably 80 degrees out there. So, bullseye, right where I want it. I get cold easily, so I like it when it's a little warmer than some people enjoy it. But yeah. What is my favorite type of cake? Ooh, I like a lot of types of cake, so I'm not going to narrow it down to just one, but I do love a good chocolate cake. I don't want anything, no nuts. Nuts are they're no good in cake, and I don't think I can think of a single good situation for a cake to have nuts. Just no good. Um, I like fillings. The chocolate filling's good. Fruit filling is good. All those. Yeah. 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 What's the dumbest Kitty Cello asks, what's the dumbest solution you have used that worked for a problem? I'd have to think about that one. Like I've definitely Tyler, you're asking weird questions. I've definitely had some dumb solutions that have worked. Which if you ask an engineer, by definition, if it worked, it was not a dumb solution. So I can't think of something specific off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Okay, I got some questions over here on Instagram. If you would have to choose one knife from any movie, what would it be? The knife that Nightcrawler has at the beginning of X-Men 2. What's your favorite thing to do in the summer? Go camping, hang out with friends in the evening when it's like still warm, but the sun's not like burning you. That's pretty good. Oh, thank you, Saucy. Happy my birthday to you as well. What collabs do you have planned? I've talked with several people about collabs, but I haven't like planned or like nailed them down. And I don't like to. I feel like it's a small thing, but to me, it's just a little bit of a violation of privacy to talk about that. To be like, oh yeah, I'm talking with this person. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I'm like, that's not entirely my information to share, so I don't like to talk about that too much. There are other YouTubers I've talked with. Um, I'll say that I have talked with Guga. We've talked several times about doing something, and it's really just like, when can I get to Florida a couple different times for one of the videos? So that's one. What kind of cake did I get? Said Ethan M. Chocolate from Costco. And what does it feel like to be 36? So far, it feels exactly like being 35. Uh, yeah, what's the scariest thing you have ever done? I'll think about that. Thank you, 3v3RYD4Y. Is your name your password? Thank you. Next cheap versus expensive vid. Cinnamon rolls. That one is filmed. Callie is in it, and it's gonna come out Monday, Tuesday, one of those, I think. Yeah, it should be a good one. Oh man, those were good cinnamon rolls. Both of them were good, but no spoilers. Let's see. Let's see. What do we have? Favorite anime? I have not seen too many animes, so that's kind of a short list. I've seen Full Metal Alchemist, both Full Metal Alchemists. Um, Death Note was good. I didn't actually love the end of Death Note, but the middle, like all the game theory, watching those guys battle it out in their minds with each other, that was cool. Um, let's see. Daniel Laflower asked Star Wars or Marvel? Both. I like both. I think they're both doing good things. They both have some content that's like, yeah, it's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. And then they've both got some really good, cool things. So Star Wars and Marvel, both. Ah, thank you, AV Manoska 37. Aw, that's so kind of you. He says happy birthday. This is from me, everyone here. Thank you. Yeah. What car do you have? I have a Honda CRV. How many languages can you speak? I speak English and Portuguese pretty well. Other than that, it gets shaky. Well, thank you, Dr. YT152 said, Hi, Nate, happy birthday. Also, since you were talking about anime, have you seen JoJo? I have not seen JoJo. I've heard it's super weird. Thank you, the Epsilon Kappa. Oh, gosh, I might be missing. If you bought a badge on Instagram, I'm very sorry if I didn't see it and didn't say thank you. It's hard to see both, but if you have, thank you very much. More questions. Would you like to collaborate with Hacksmith? Absolutely. Hacksmith has actually recently been moving more toward like bigger event type videos, like more Mark Rober style or Mr. Beast. And so, like, if he wants me to jump in on one of his videos, 100%, like, I will go to Canada and I will do that. Him being in one of mine would require him taking time off, which so far I think has happened like once in the last 8 years. So that might be a little tricky. Um, uh, what would be your weapon of choice? Talking, open communication. It's a good weapon of choice. Favorite video game? Castle of the Winds. Should do spaghetti for the ingredients test. I already did other pasta. Thank you, Nessus. You can guys can ask a question. You don't just have to say happy. I mean, I appreciate you saying happy birthday. I do. Someone asked on the topic of camping, tent or trailer. Um, I usually go tent. I have done trailer like once or twice, and that's fun too. But I like having it being, a little bit more nature. You get some breeze. I don't know. Actually, my favorite is when it's really nice and warm and you have nothing. You just sleep under the stars. That's the best. And someone asked what headphones I use. These are Bose somethings, whatever the Bose model is. Um, okay, I think that's all. What questions? Star Wars or Star Trek? Both. Could you do a video on a Rubik's cube, whether it's blowing up versus or endurance test? I maybe I don't. I could look into that. Oh, I missed. Thank you, Andy. By chance, you're the best. Oh man, I hope I haven't missed too many of those. Very sorry if you did. Scrolling. Um, what sort of content do you make? I make knives. I cook things. I build things. just search around on the channel, see what I've done before. Um, cheap versus expensive knives, that would be a thing for sure. Um, boy, it depends how cheap you're getting. Ooh, the channel Project Farm has done a couple videos testing out knives. Like he kind of does cheap versus kind of cheap versus middle versus kind of expensive versus really expensive versus most expensive. Like you should, yeah, check his stuff out. Project Farm. He does tests with knives. He does like every test you could want. It's pretty cool stuff. Thank you, Chilling 100. Happy my birthday to you also. Can you please make a bismuth knife? Asks Tendani. A couple people have done that. Nile Red did that, I think. I would be down. I want to figure something out that hasn't been done already if I do a bismuth knife. And a couple people have done them, so I want to figure out something new. Oh, my scrolling was wrong. Stay scrolling. Okay, there we go. Again, just if you haven't been here since the beginning and you've missed this, I am streaming in two places at once. I am streaming on my computer on YouTube and on my phone on Instagram. So yeah, streaming twice, looking a lot at the bigger screen, but sometimes at the little screen. Instagram, computer. Instagram has a better camera. YouTube has more visible comments, so I'm a little bit more likely to see your comment on YouTube than I am on Instagram. But I'm trying to do both. Chaos as it is. Yeah. Do you like Harry Potter? Asks Daniel. Yes, I do like Harry Potter. I like the books better than the movies, but the movies had good things about them too. Mean Machine 55. Do you wish you were still on T-Core? There are things I miss about it. There are things I'm glad I don't have to deal with anymore. And so, yes and no. What was your favorite video on T-Core that you did? There were several. I don't have like one single favorite, but the giant flaming vortex fountain, the colored flamethrowers, making the charcoal skull-shaped charcoal briquettes was really fun. Giant laser pointer blowing up the house, the mini house with liquid oxygen was awesome. Do you like glass animals, like figurines? I don't really have an opinion on them. Also, what are your thoughts on the Jurassic Park franchise? The first Jurassic Park movie is one of the best movies of all time, and it's definitely in my top favorite 5. The other movies are there. Yep. Fortnite or Minecraft? Minecraft. I am atrociously terrible at Fortnite, and I don't really do well on first-person shooters at all. So, yeah. Minecraft, you can be creative and build stuff. Let's see, could you blow up a propane tank for a video? I would need to do I would need more information than just blowing up a propane tank. It needs to be something to it. So I need a good excuse, really. Favorite exotic animal? Does an elephant count as an exotic animal? Tyler wants to know, would you rather drink hot Gatorade or cold wassail? I've probably done both of those things, honestly. I'll go with cold wassail. There might be a situation that's okay. Do you have a dog? I do not have a dog. The mic is glitching. Mr. Superb is saying that my mic is glitching and I sound like Robo Nate. Is that happening for everyone or just for him? Mountains or beach? Asks Trash It Photos. Both. I love both mountains and the beach, so both. Probably if I absolutely had to pick one, it might come down to beach. Uh, ugh. That's tough. That's tough. I would be more likely to travel somewhere else to go to a beach than to travel somewhere else to go to mountains. But maybe that's because I live where there's already really good mountains. So that's a little tricky. Chess or checkers? Mm, I don't play either, honestly. Favorite pocket knife? I don't have it on me at the moment, but I usually carry around a little Kershaw, and I chose that one because it's super lightweight, and yeah, I just wanted something that wouldn't like be heavy and clanking around a ton in my pocket. So it has a little clip, and yeah. Favorite vacation? I've gone to Italy twice. That was great. I've been to Hawaii several times, and that was great every time. I love warm beach places. Would you would you rather eat watermelon flavored chicken or chicken flavored watermelon? Chicken flavored watermelon, but not by a lot. Were you in the Mr. Beast reaction video? I don't think so. I don't think I've been in any Mr. Beast videos of any kind. Um, Thoughts on Lord of the Rings? It's fantastic. It's an excellent trilogy, and I love it very much. And I try and watch the whole trilogy at least once a year, and it's just fantastic. Everything about it is great. Andy by chance asks favorite YouTube channel. I have a lot of favorite YouTube channels. I don't have like a favorite. I like all the channels where people are building and making and creating cool stuff. Yeah. Where's a list of things I follow? I follow Alex Steele and Jerry Everything and Adam Savage and Smarter Every Day and Laura Kampf and Ryan George and Modern Rogue and How to Make Everything. And that's I like to make stuff, and that's some of them. That's just the first few that popped up in a list. How many hobbits have you met recently? None. None that I knew were hobbits. Are expensive knives better tasting than cheaper ones? I don't think that price has any bearing on the taste of a knife. Epic Plays asks, Apple or Samsung? I have a Samsung. I have never had an Apple. I've never had an iPhone. I'm not a huge fan. I'm sure they're great, but I don't like the interface, and I don't like some specific things about them that piss me off too much. So, what's the time over there? Currently, where I am, it is 4:24 in the afternoon. Yeah. What country do you really want to travel to? Top 3 travel destination goals are Switzerland, Japan, and New Zealand. Not necessarily in that order, but I don't really have a fixed order. Those are just my top 3. Any of those would be fantastic, and I would love to go. Silver SSP asks, green or red apples? Neither. Pinkish orangish apples are the good ones. Yeah, pink and yellow orange. That's the colors you want in a good apple. Red apples are mushy and green apples are too tart. They're good for pies. What do you think of Morbius? I haven't seen it, and I don't think I care to. Yeah. What podcasts do you listen to, if any? I actually don't really listen to podcasts. I haven't found maybe the right ones for me. Like I've had people send me like, "Oh, the true crime podcasts are," and they like take one case and they stretch it out forever. And I don't want to listen for 11 episodes to learn about a crime. You just tell me like, "Here's the crime." And then like, here's and then they solved it. This was the answer. Okay, that's I just want the information. I don't know, the big long story stuff doesn't really doesn't really click with me. I don't know. But for anyone who's not aware, I built this lovely booth that I'm in because I host a podcast called called Curiosity Daily. Sorry, I almost said the wrong thing. I host a podcast called Curiosity Daily, and it's available on Spotify and Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts and pretty much everywhere that has podcasts. So I host it with Callie. Callie and I host the podcast, and you should all go see it, listen to it, whatever. Yeah. Um, Thoughts on the Obi-Wan series? I think I've only seen episodes 1 and 2. Thanks, Tyler. Um, but so far it seems good. A little slow maybe, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. They'll get there. What on earth? What happened to DB Cooper? His parachute failed, caught on a tree. He landed in a river and drowned, and the money spilled out. Yep, that's what happened to DB Cooper. Why? So I said a little bit ago that Switzerland, Japan, and New Zealand are my top 3 travel destination places I'd like to go. Someone's asking, Michael Averett is asking, why are those 3 my top 3? Um, Switzerland looks unbelievably beautiful in every single photo I've ever seen, and I've heard it's just a phenomenal place to travel. Japan seems like a really cool culture with a lot of interesting stuff, and several of my friends have been and want to go back, and so I'd like to go with them. And New Zealand looks gorgeous and Lord of the Rings stuff. Thank you, Matt Poe, who asked, would you make brand versus basic ice cream? Now, would that be just blind taste testing different brands of ice cream? Or would that be actually making ice cream with cheaper and more expensive ingredients? Either way, the answer is maybe. Thank you, Meme Jeff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. More questions. More questions. Why are you saying I've seen these questions? You don't need to. Let's see. Do you like sushi? Says trash at photos. No. Um, have you ever watched Stargate SG-1? A few episodes of it, but not a lot. Let's see. If you had to choose one, would you time travel to the past or future? Future. I'm curious. How do you I don't Sorry. Technological issues, concerns. Whoa, missing things. Okay. Thank you, Bruff. Participating in the Utah Treasure Hunt this year? Probably not. I mean, I might go on a hike somewhere if some of my friends are like, "Oh, we think we figured out a clue," but I'm not going to be looking through it all and trying to figure it out myself. Uh, thank you to Carl12 who says happy birthday. And is there a link to your podcast? I don't have. I mean, curiositydaily.com, which will redirect to the Discovery Channel or the Discovery webpage about the podcast, but it's like pick your source of podcasts, Spotify, Google, Apple, wherever, and it's going to be on there. Just search for Curiosity Daily and you'll find the podcast. So yeah, that's how you find it. It's wherever you get to your podcast. It's not hard to get to. Let's see. Have you seen Top Gun Maverick yet? Yes, I have seen Top Gun Maverick. I saw it on Monday night and it was fantastic. Um, it was not a terribly complicated plot. It was pretty straightforward, but they did a really good job with it. Brilliant cinematography, easy to understand what was happening, and they did a really good job of walking you through everything. And you got to see all this cool action and like really felt connected to all the characters. It was very well done. So I liked it a lot. Thank you, Sulfate. I'd love to see you make some epoxy resin coasters for drinks. That's Yeah, I could definitely do that. I have to think of a good design, something that would get me creatively interested in making that. Um, all right, once again, for anyone unclear on the situation, I have both Instagram and YouTube live streaming simultaneously. I am more likely to see your questions on YouTube because the Instagram comment section is so short. It just, if anything moves, then I can't see it. It just goes too quick. YouTube has more stuff. So you're welcome to watch on Instagram. Camera's better. Tyler, I would love to go on a roller coaster with you, unless you hate roller coasters, in which case I don't want to go on a roller coaster with you. Um, have you tried the chicken Big Mac? No. It's a good question. Let's see. The audio compression on the Curiosity Daily podcast causes your voice to sound weird. Hadn't heard that. I would expect it would sound just like this. Maybe it's your end problem. I don't know. Maybe if I listen to it, I'm listening to my own voice recorded, and so it's always gonna sound weird. So, like, I'm not gonna tell the difference very well. Sorry. Have you done or plan on going geocaching this summer? No, I have not done much geocaching. Rather just go for a hike usually. Wait, what did you how curious do you have to be to watch the podcast? There's not a we don't film them at this point. Only like 6. Curious, Tyler. Thank you, Super Gamer. What advice would you give someone wanting to get into content making on YouTube? You're gonna need to find a way to get good filmography. Like you gotta film things well and you gotta have things edited well. Unless you want to go the Cody's Lab route and just get your audience used to watching selfie style brute force edited together. But for the most part, people are going to want at least a little bit more production value. What Costco food court food would you take to the Arctic with you in bulk? Pizza. I would just go for the pizza, and I would want so much of it that it was warm enough that I could use it to melt some snow and drink that. How many Muppets have you made since your last birthday? 0 points to Tyler for the weirdest questions. Um, if I perhaps wanted to make a channel logo, what would you have in mind? Like for mine, if I had something in mind, I would have already made it. I know how to use Photoshop and Illustrator well enough that I can make stuff with them. I'm just bad at designing now. I'm bad at coming up with the designs in the first place. How do you find someone good at filmography that are willing to take on an intern? I don't know. I just have a friend who does my filmography for me, so I lucked out that way. He's great at it. Um, thank you, GTG Gaming. I hope you are doing well as well. Happy my birthday to you too. Let's see. Can you make a resin statue? I could make a resin statue. Tyler, what? You know I don't have a secretary or a wife and kids. What are you doing? Okay. So someone just said you should hold a competition for the channel logo to boost your social status. I don't like the idea of having a competition to design a logo because that seems like a way of tricking people into doing work for free. I hate that idea of trying to get people to do work for 0 compensation. It irks me. Work should be compensated. So if people want to try and design a logo and send it to me, like they are welcome to, but I'm not gonna try and like get a bunch of people to do work for maybe one of them to win a prize or something. It's just I hate it. Sorry. Can you do some more 3D printing things? Maybe, like maybe a 3D printed rocket engine. They said. Ooh, Integza on YouTube, of course, has done a lot of 3D printed rocket stuff, and he's great at that. So I could try and talk to him about it. I am currently waiting on some more filament. I was one of my Patreon supporters amazingly generously bought me a 3D printer. It's an Ender 3. It's an Ender 3 printer, and I've done some test prints, and I got the test prints to work, and I even have some more like files, some things I want to try printing, but I need to get more filament, and I haven't done that yet. So I will work on that. I will get more filament, and then I will get back into printing more stuff, and maybe make some videos on printed stuff. Yeah, that could be cool. What? Oh my goodness, questions just started coming in super quick. What? Oh dear, I may have missed some things. Um, ever think of adding a Patreon perk for a lot of money that allows us to talk to you on Discord or something along those lines, or some sort of Patreon subserver? I mean, everyone who's a Patreon supporter, um, I will respond to all of my messages from my Patreon supporters. I don't think I've ever had a message that I got on Patreon that I didn't respond to. That's at all of the levels. It's not like a one-on-one face talking thing, but there's a chat service in there, and I'll talk to you on there. Yeah. Can you grow your beard out so you look like Dumbledore? No. If my beard gets longer than about this, it starts getting very itchy and I don't like it. So I always keep it short. This is about as long as I ever let it get it right here. I don't want to look like Dumbledore and I don't like having a long beard. So there you go. John Van asks, would you ever do a collaboration with Adam Savage? Yes, absolutely. I would do a collaboration with Adam Savage. Um, You'd have to get him on board. He's definitely he's definitely the busier, more important person in this collaboration. So if he wants to do something, yeah, maybe like a proper costume making sort of thing because he does a ton of that, obviously, and he's phenomenal at it. And I want to do more of that. Like I want to do it as a hobby and for videos. I want to do more prop and costume making stuff. So sulfate. I just feel like I'm bothering you on Patreon. Nope, you're not. Feel free. Ask away. Um, so yeah, I totally would be 100% down to do anything with Adam Savage and would love to do more prop and costume stuff. Would you guys be interested? Like, well, I'm going to phrase that differently. Who already enjoys watching prop and costume type videos on YouTube? That's my question. Uh, Hello, Tesla Tyler. Shout out to you. Yeah, that's my question. Thank you, Mr. Saxokeet. I don't know what that means, but I like it, and I love and appreciate you too. Thank you. Are you friends with Adam? I have never had a conversation with Adam Savage. Yeah. So that's a longer way of saying no. I don't know him. Um, let's see. What about collab with Will Stelter making knives? I would totally be down to collab with Will Stelter making knives. The, he doesn't need me. Will Stelter is better at every part of the knife making process than I am. Oh my gosh, he's phenomenal at making knives. He just finished up a set. He's working on his knife making journeyman test, I think it is. I think it's journeyman. Yeah. Um, and he had to make like 6 knives for it. He's been posting them on Instagram and oh my gosh, every one of them is just brilliant. If Adam Savage and Will Stelter got in a knife fight, who would win? I would bet on Will Stelter on that one. I don't know what knife fighting skills he has, but I've seen his quick draw with a pistol, and he knows what he's doing, and he knows a lot of knife stuff. So he's probably plus he's like 20, so he's in really good shape, I guess. Not that Adam Savage isn't, but like you lose some speed by the time you're his age. 50, yeah, 52, 53, whatever he is. I wouldn't want to take on Will either, so nothing against Adam there. Thank you, Zane Putnam, for the many happy birthday messages. Happy my birthday to you also. And thank you to King Green Gaming, who didn't ask a question, but thank you and happy my birthday to you. Can you collaborate with Mark Rober or Stuff Made Here? I'd love to. I I don't. It's not something I can just choose to do. I'm not in charge of whether I do collaborations with these people. Um, but I would. Yeah, I would do it. What is the game you currently? I assume that was supposed to say currently play. And honestly, Minecraft is probably the only one I'm currently playing. Really. Um, Someone asked, "Is Tyler a random question bot?" No, Tyler is a friend of mine who just is good at coming up with questions on the fly. Yeah. So he finds it entertaining, as do I. Um, Happy my birthday to you should be new merch. Maybe. Regular Minecraft or modded? I have only ever played regular Minecraft. I have never played well, in a realms that I was part of, we did download and add a couple different like skins onto it. Yeah. When Nicole, we'll talk about that. Does Wonder Woman still need repairs? And I've only ever played Bedrock because I don't know why that's the one I downloaded, but it is. So Did you mean for your name to be close to NFT? No. I don't think it even had occurred to me. I came up with the name like a year ago, and NFTs were not I wasn't aware of them, or at least not the way I am now. So, yeah, I would love to see you attempt to make some solid or liquid state rocket fuel. That sounds terrifying. Maybe sugar rockets. I mean, I've done a couple kinds of rockets before, rocket fuel. If the Flintstones were to go to Bikini Bottom, what tool should they take with them? Uh, a suit like the squirrel has so she can breathe underwater. You should try making an NFT. No. Are there any propane burners for sale you would recommend for my mini metal foundry? I don't know of any burners. I've always built my burners. Um, so yeah, just Grant's old video on showing how to build a burner out of plumbing parts. That's how I've done it, and it works. Java has support behind it. Bedrock sucks. I don't know what I'm missing, so you should let someone make an NFT of you. Technically, I don't think I can stop them, but I don't encourage that activity. Do you have any projects lined up? Yeah, I've got multiple knives I'm planning to make or have started making. Oh my gosh, I've got, yes, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I have many projects. If Johnny Depp and Amber Heard got in a fight, who would win? I think Amber would fight dirty and probably possibly throw poop. So, let's see. Let's see. What is NFT? I'm not getting into that. Uh, if you like Minecraft, you like Grind or Jacksepticeye. I don't actually watch Minecraft videos unless it's a tutorial and I'm trying to build something specific. Um, I it's it for the most part it doesn't entertain me. I've seen a couple that I actually liked, but mostly I'm just like, yeah, I've I've lost track of what I was saying and doing. What advice would you give to people struggling with mental health? Uh, Seek out professional help if you can. That's my advice. It can be very good, but get someone who like understands your issue and works well with you. Yeah. Thank you, young copy ninja. Happy my birthday to you as well. Try Minecraft Java edition. No thanks. I I've got enough. I don't need more Minecraft. I'll waste more of my life on it, and I enjoy it, but I don't need to get more into wasting time playing Minecraft. Why did you leave T-Core? I have a whole video on my YouTube channel about that. Ruben Coopers. I don't know how you say your last name. I'm sorry. Um, Thank you, Noble Llama, for coming. Have fun. What are some good editing software? If you want something free, then DaVinci Resolve is pretty good. If you want something not free, then what are the two main ones? There's an Adobe one and I always forget. Like I know them both. I just can't ever remember what they're called. People in the comments will say them, I'm sure. There's two big ones. You get it. Yeah. What kind of food should I jump into a pool of? Unpopped popcorn. Do you still talk to Grace? Yes. I invited her to my birthday barbecue on Friday, but she's going to be in South Carolina or North Carolina or whichever Carolina she's from. In the Carolinas. Have you ever thought about showing some gaming on the channel? I actually have a gaming channel called Nate Sucks at Gaming. It's been months since I posted anything there, but I do have some. If you had X-ray goggles, what would be the first thing you'd look at? I would point them away from people because any X-ray goggles would be pouring out X-rays, and that's ionizing radiation, and you could cause cancer, and I don't like that. What's your favorite type of tree? Redwood tree, because they're so big and pretty. Would you rather drink maple syrup or goat milk? I don't know if I've ever tasted goat milk, but I know that I like maple syrup, so in a small quantity, maple syrup. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, this is fun. Why do bots keep being a thing? Like, I porn, but sex bots, like, why is that a thing? I don't is this really someone is this a viable industry? Like, I'm fascinated by the economics of this. It's amazing. Hello, Emma and Isabella. Emma, someone would like you to stop hiding food under her bed. Make sure that Emma feels secure in the fact that she has enough food at any time she wants and will never go hungry. That maybe that will help. Yeah. Um, yeah, bots are everywhere. That's fun. What's your favorite build you did while at T-Core? There's a lot of them, but I really liked the green laser pointer and the fire tornado fountain. What's the best mega size candy you ever made? Giant. I actually really liked the giant pixie stick. I thought we did a really good job with that one. So that was fun. Giant pixie stick. Thank you, Sulfate. Would love to see a budget foundry video. I I've I've built multiple foundries on T-Core and one on my current channel, and it's just the same way that Grant would build them. Do you like working on engines and equipment, tractors and such? I have very, very little experience working on that type of thing. I don't know much about engines, and I've never worked on a tractor. Do you like pineapple on pizza? Nope, not for me. It's the texture mostly. I don't think they go well together. What is one project slash experiment you could never do at T Core? The only things that I wasn't really able to do had to do with budget constraints, like bigger things that were like, I need $15,000 for this video, and that never happened. Um, maybe sometime in the future. Keith, that is a solid idea doing 3 videos in Wagyu steak. Maybe we should do that. We should get some of the really good stuff, and it should just be like a steak tasting group party thing. What do you think? Is that a good video idea? Yeah. What quantity of fruit roll-ups would it take to get to the nearest gas station? Like if I go to the nearest gas station, I get that many fruit roll-ups, or I'm using them as fuel to power a vehicle to get to the gas station? I'm not clear on your question, Tyler. Thank you, Isaac Hanna. Happy my birthday to you as well. I'm glad you love my stuff. This is just are these different accounts, or is one account like managing to come back over and over? That's what I don't really get. Huh. I wonder. What are gas prices in Utah? Like 450-ish for for the cheap stuff. Cheap. It's delightful. Oh, potions. Potions. That makes so much more sense, Essex Spark. Yeah, I think maybe potions should be hidden under a bed. That might be the right spot. How many steaks could you cook in one sitting? It depends on the size of the grill. Oh man, what was your first childhood video game console? None. I did not have video game consoles in my childhood. My parents didn't think they were good use of time. So I never the first console I ever owned was an N64 that I bought myself when I was in college, which was not when the N64 came out. Like I want to say PlayStation 2 was out, Xbox or Xbox 360 maybe. But I got an N64 and Super Smash Brothers. It was fantastic. What do you want to do before 37? I don't know. grow this channel a little bit, travel some fun new places, make some cool things. Can you classify hand sanitizer as a beverage? No. How many goldfish have you flushed in your life? I think one. I had a pet goldfish named Sushi, and when he died, I believe he got flushed. So one goldfish flushed. How's your 3D printing going? Great, but very limited. I need to get more filament. I only had the filament that came with the little roll that came with the machine, and so I ran out. And it was going well. Like everything was printing well, but I ran out, so I just got to get more. Uh, After a while, you change your username to Nate is good at gaming. Not likely. Oh, not likely. Listening to Curiosity Daily Podcast and Discovery, and I could have sworn you and Callie were working there, but it doesn't sound like it. Well, so the podcast, Callie and I host the Curiosity Daily podcast, but it's not new. It has existed for years, and other people hosted it first. So only like the last 25 episodes or so are Callie and me. Before that is some other people, and they did a great job for a long time. Now hopefully you like us doing it too. If you could have an indie game made, what would it be? What type of game and what mechanics? I don't know. Uh, I'm not an indie game designer. I've never come up with a good video game, so I wish I had a good answer for you, but I don't. Do you have a PO box we can send things like filament for printers? No, I don't. But I do. I did. Oh man, I did make an Amazon wish list. So the supporter, my Patreon supporter, who bought me the 3D printer, he's just suggested that I just make an Amazon wish list and I put the printer on that so he could just buy it. It's just an easy way to have someone buy something for you. So I had that list, but I haven't put anything else up on it. So I guess I could do that. I could put filament on the wish list, and then if people wanted to support me by getting me some filament, that would be an option. I should do that. Can you travel to Denmark? That would be fun. I would like to travel to Denmark. I would like to travel to a lot of places, honestly, like so many places. I haven't yet, obviously, traveled to that many of them, but I would like to go to more, and Denmark certainly sounds good. Well, thank you, Nathaniel J. You spell your name the same way I do. Fantastic. And shout out to your brother Matthew. I'm glad you love the builds. Here is my Amazon wish list. And someone asked, it is currently, I believe, entirely empty. Like, pretty sure there are 0 things on that list at the moment. So it's not very helpful. Sorry, Instagram. If you've missed this, I am also streaming on YouTube live, and it's a lot easier for me to type there. So it's hard for me to type on my phone compared to on my computer where I have a keyboard. Galaxy Gamer, please stop spamming. Thank you. Do you have a 3D printer? I do. I have an Ender 3 printer. Don't buy Amazon filament. Shop on Matter Hackers. Well, uh, it's Matter Hackers, as far as I know, doesn't have a wish list. There's got to be good filament on Amazon, right? How about a bowling challenge where you have to make your own bowling ball? Uh, would uh, would Amazon take kindly to that? I feel like that might not be their favorite thing. Would the bowling alley? Would I say? Did I say Amazon? It's on my brain. With the bowling alley, I don't know if the bowling alley would like you rolling your own homemade bowling ball. Because if something went wrong, that could be a problem. Yeah. Thank you, John. Happy my birthday to you. I assume that I know what John P you are. As far as I know, I only know one, but thank you very much. And if you're the John I think you are, sorry you can't make it tomorrow. Have you ever been to the Exploratorium in SFO? San Francisco? Maybe? I grew up near San Francisco, so I've been to lots of things near there, and that sounds like something that maybe I've been to. So, yeah. Have you ever been to Florida? I have been to Florida twice. Once, I had a friend who worked at Disney World, and I went out with his family to go to Disney World and visit him. And then I helped a friend pick up and drive back an RV from Tampa. So we went out to Florida. We went on a cruise real quick, and then we picked up the RV and drove it back. Tyler asks, "Why haven't you been to Florida 3 times?" It's just how the world works sometimes. Uh, sorry, I'm not inviting people from the live stream to my barbecue. No. Where did you get the strobe lights? The ones behind me, these are just LED strip lights from Amazon, and they all have a strobe and color changing settings. What do you think of the Queen since it's the Jubilee? I don't care about or for the royal family. I think it's a tradition that needs to just generally end and go away. I don't think it is beneficial to the country. It's not even my country. Zach in the game, thank you. Happy my birthday to you as well. How many times have you left the country? I don't know. I've been to Australia a couple times, Italy a couple times, Brazil, Canada a couple times. Hawaii is technically in the country. Been, I think I just said Italy. I've stopped in other countries on my way to or from some of those other countries, but that's the same time amount of time leaving the companies or the country. So I don't know. What about the lights? Why do you have strip lights? They're not yes, stripper lights. Um Thank you, Gregory Strike, for stopping by and saying happy birthday. Good to have you here. If you were given a free ticket to space, would you go? Probably. Yeah, I think I would on either of the or any of the companies that are doing fairly safe and reliable travel. I would really like to go to space. That sounds really cool. I love space. Leo asks, favorite food from Italy? I mean, pizza and pasta. Try to say my name again, please. Ruben Kuipers. Uh, Shout out to Live E2's friend Mike Oxmall. You're great. I hope. If you have sent a question and I didn't seem to notice it, yes, you are welcome to type a question again. Oh, and favorite food of Italy, also gelato. Yes, my sister reminded me. Yes, you're welcome to type a question again. Just don't spam it over and over and over. Brigado Daniel. Ha, I get it. You made me say the thing. I fell for it. That was good. Way to get. Thanks for pointing that out, Adil Hussein. Oh, totally missed that. Oh, well, that I hadn't heard that one before. That's clever. All right. Who would win in a cage match? Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk? I feel like at some point Jeff Bezos started working out a lot and got kind of jacked. So I'm gonna go with him. What is your favorite cereal and why is it Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Ooh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is great, but I would put a couple cereals ahead of it, like Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. Yeah, yeah. There. I mean, I like a lot of cereals, and boy, I wish I could report. names for more than one thing at a time. That'd be great. Oh. Voldemort versus Emperor Palpatine versus Deadpool. How quickly would Deadpool walk away as the champ? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, bots are great. Bots are fantastic. Have you seen anyone today for your birthday, like in person? Actually, no. I mean, I've gone to the store. There were people there. Other than that, I'll probably hang out with some friends later tonight, but nope. I've just been at home cleaning my barbecue and then going shopping because I needed some stuff. WWE or AEW? Is that wrestling? Because neither. Do you watch Marvel? Yes. I should make you a hybrid pepper. My favorite two chili. I am not good at spice, so my favorite two chilies are Bell and Chipotle, which is only a little spicy. Yeah. Do you have a favorite NFL team? 49ers, San Francisco 49ers. If you were in Creator Clash 2, who would you fight? So that's boxing, right? Like YouTubers boxing each other. If I had to pick a creator to box, I don't feel like I would be good at boxing at all, or UFC, any fight, whatever the fighting type. Like not someone small and weak. That's who I would pick because I don't want to fight, or at least someone with like a similar build to me, like Backyard Scientist. I think we've got pretty similar builds. That might be sort of a fair fight. Um, yeah. Say hello in Portuguese. Hola. There you go. Would you ever make a battle bot? I don't know how to build a robot, so maybe, but I got a lot to learn on the way. Do you like freeze dried Skittles? I do like freeze dried Skittles. I do not own a freeze dryer, so I can't really make my own freeze dried stuff. If I come up with a really good freeze drying product, I could talk to the freeze drying company and maybe try and get one. But yeah, is the world flat? No, I feel like you asked that last live stream. No, the world is not flat. I think you could take stuff made here. I would never dare because he would show up with like his arm turned into a computer guided crossbow cannon. Yeah, no. I think he would. Yeah, that's like saying that Superman could take, well, not Superman. That's like saying a regular dude could take on Batman. I'm like, nope. Oh, well, not the working out part, maybe, but the technology stuff. It's too much. Iron Man, that's better. It's like a regular person saying they take on Iron Man. I don't want to do it. Who would win in a fight? Burt Reynolds or Turd Ferguson? That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Burt Reynolds on that one, but it'd be close. It'd be really close. Turd Ferguson's hat would just get in his own way, I think. So yeah, Burt Reynolds would win. The earth is not flat, it is hollow. Debatable, but not really. What are your hobbies outside of YouTube and knife making? Just any sort of like building and making stuff. I like. Um, I like watching movies. I like hanging out outside if it's warm. I read a decent amount or audiobooks mostly these days because that way I can do two things at once. Can you say hello in Latin? No, I have forgotten all the Latin I ever learned except the phrase quid Latin dictum sit altum sonatur. I think that's the phrase. Yeah. Happy birthday to your sister, 125 man 29. Interesting name. How often do you take naps? Like 5 times a week, maybe. If Earth isn't hollow, where did all the dinosaurs go? They died or turned into birds. I bet you could take on Nile Red. I don't know. He might show up with like a cool acid smoke bomb or something. Plus, those Canadians, they're sneaky. Do you watch or post YouTube content more? I definitely watch more. I only post about once a week, and I definitely watch more than one video a week. Is it possible that birds did evolve from flying dinosaurs? It is basically a guaranteed fact that they evolved from mostly from non-flying dinosaurs, which then turned into flying sort of dinosaurs, and then birds. Yeah, shout out to my friend Keith, whose birthday it is tomorrow. Keith is my best friend who I've known my entire life. He is also the primary cameraman and sometimes editor on this channel. Um, and yeah, his birthday is one day. He's a year older, but we are birthdays one day apart. Someone asked, "Do you prefer Rhett or Link?" I have zero confidence that I could tell you which one is Rhett and which one is Link. I have like 10% confidence, but not 100%. I am someone asked, "How old are you turning today?" I am now 36 years old. I was born 36 years ago today. Yep, yep. Do you know if you could make a lightsaber? I could not make a real lightsaber, and the fake lightsaber I could make would probably not be as good as some of the ones other people have made. What is your Twitch? I do not have a Twitch. I've never streamed on Twitch. I joined Callie on her Twitch stream, which, if you don't know, is Calbits. She streams games there, and if you don't follow her, then you should. Bill Young, it was great to have you here. Why is the camera quality so weird? It's because my laptop camera isn't all that good, and it's probably struggling with the lights changing colors around me all the time. Are you born? No, I was born on. It's June 2nd where I am. I was born on June 2nd. Yeah. Can we buy your knives? I sell my knives. I have not updated my website with new things in a long time, but there's the website for where I sell some of them. Is a hot dog a sandwich? No, unless the back of the bun splits, and so you have two separate pieces. Otherwise, a hot dog is legally a taco. Do you like Among Us? No, I don't. Add a webcam to your Amazon wishlist. I could. Most of the time when I stream, I just use my phone to stream. Even previously when I've streamed on YouTube, I streamed using my phone, and then I just put the comments up on my computer so they're easier to see. And that usually works. It's just today for my birthday stream, I decided I would stream on both Instagram and YouTube, and so I don't have my good camera available for my YouTube stream, but my good camera is currently running on Instagram. So my Instagram stream is solid right now. And yeah, if you want the good camera, got to head over to Instagram. If you want me to see your questions more, you got to head over to YouTube. Jalapeno and white bell pepper. I guess. Okay. I don't know anything about crossbreeding peppers, so good luck, I guess. Do you also consider a sub sandwich as a taco? You got me there because usually with a sub, they don't cut all the way through to the back. All right, I'm going to rephrase my answer. Part of the reason a hot dog is considered a taco is because its traditional orientation as you consume it is with the opening up, not sideways. Thank you, Robert Harris. Nate in the podcast box, indeed. Good to have you here. Do you know Hacksmith? You should make a video with him. I have made videos with Hacksmith before, and I would love to again. How long would it take you to make a knife? And is it expensive to make for a mid-quality one? Yes, a handmade knife is definitely going to be more expensive than even a pretty good one that you can buy online. Is an ice cream cone a sandwich if it has two cones on each side? Like cone, ice cream cone? Like, would that then be a sandwich? Yes. It'd be weird. Be very weird. Favorite book series? The Way of King or the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. Who win in a fight? Iron Man or the Flash? The Flash would just destroy like every other superhero. He is way too powerful, and anytime he doesn't win, it's because the writers are intentionally nerfing him. Like any speedster at their full powers, especially how fast the Flash can go, absolutely. He would destroy everyone. Everyone that has any physical weakness, he could just tear them to bits easily. How much would you pay for an in real life portal gun? I would I would sell everything I own and take as much of a loan as I could and talk to anyone I could, because you could then turn around and sell that for any like $1 trillion. Have you seen any of Agents of Shield? I've seen most of Agents of Shield. I don't know about the last season or two, but I've seen most of it. Spider-Man versus Iron Man. I'm sure that's happened in the comics at some point. I don't know. Who would win, Flash or Quicksilver? I would have to learn more about the individual quirks of either one of them. As far as I know, Flash, but I don't know. Quicksilver might be just as fast. What are your thoughts on the movie Dune? Dune was perhaps the most incredible looking movie I have ever seen. Like, I do not think any other movie has looked as amazing as that one has. That said, um, it wasn't my favorite movie, but I thought they did a really good job with it. To me, the story of Dune is fine, and so like it's only going to be turned into as good of a movie as you can make with that story. But just visually, maybe the coolest looking movie I've ever seen. Uh, Thank you, W's Aviation. I've received a couple logo submissions in my inbox. I don't remember if I've seen yours. I probably have. So far, I haven't received anything that I really thought fit, but I appreciate anything that people have made and sent. That's really cool. Do you think she's canon now? I have no idea. It doesn't really matter to me. Sorry. When are you going pro in CS:GO? Literally never. What mic is that? It's a Shure brand. That's all I know. I I don't know what model it is. Is the next Spider-Man going to be Spider-Man gets evicted? Maybe. I think he's probably just going to be in a really cheap, rundown, low quality apartment. What's the most important thing in my workshop? The belt grinder. Is it still a sandwich if I eat the bread for breakfast, the meat for lunch, and the cheese for dinner? It was a sandwich. It stopped being a sandwich when you took it apart. Are you a Dragon Ball fan? I've watched some of the old show, but it's been a long time. So I am not looking forward. I'm not like opposed to, but it's not like I'm anxiously awaiting the new movie. Just doesn't matter to me much. Knife gloves, like Freddy Krueger gloves that have knives, or gloves that are good meant for protecting against knives. Hash one tag said, "Have you seen The Boys on Amazon Prime?" Yes, the as much of it is out, I think. Although I watched it with a program that edits it called VidAngel because it seemed too much for me, so I had to take out some stuff. If a hot dog is a taco because of the orientation, does that make a meatball sub a taco because most of the time you eat them with the opening up? See, I didn't know that about a meatball sub. I don't think I've ever had one. I just not my favorite way kind of sandwich. That was a lot of try to say that has letters I don't even know. Specialege praxis planlegnings stabileringsperiode. I don't. Was that German, Dutch, something else? Is a tube a pipe? A pipe is a tube. A tube is not necessarily a pipe. Do you like EVs? Generally, yeah, I'm in favor of it, and I hope that it all keeps going and getting better. Is it warm how warm is it in your sound booth? Not bad. I do have a little vent fan down in the corner, and my AC is on in the house, and so kind of cooler air is getting pumped in. That's one of the reasons I have the door open is so that there's actual airflow and it cools down in here. It's pretty warm where I am in Utah today, and I've been working outside most of the day on cleaning up my barbecue grill, so got pretty warm. You got to join carrying them again. Okay, even if that were up to me, probably not. Make a solid gold knife. I cannot afford to make a solid gold knife. What kind of car do you drive? Do not tell me it is a Honda. I have already said in this stream I do drive a Honda. It's a CRV. Will you make more knives from different steels and test different quenching methods? I make knives from different types of stainless steel, but I am not testing different quenching methods because other people have already done all of the testing methods of quenching that I would ever get to. There's a website called Knife Steel Nerds. A guy with a PhD in metallurgy has done extremely extensive testing and to find the best results with every kind of metal that you would want to make a knife out of. He has a book published about it, and I have that book, and I just reference his chart and I try and do what he recommends. Did you change the stream settings? No, I have not changed any stream settings. Oh, yeah, your site issue. There you go. Um, did he ever quench in pee? I don't think he ever tried quenching in pee. Nope, but he quenched in other things that are better than that. Do you play D&D? I have not played D&D for a long time. I used to in like middle school, maybe high school. Do you watch Forged in Fire? I've watched a good bit of Forged in Fire. Maybe not everything, but a lot of it. Would you auction any of your creations? Maybe I could. I have to think about it. Make a brass knife. I did make a brass knife. It did not turn out very well, partly because I tried to cast it instead of just shaping it the traditional way. Who are you celebrating with today? I'm celebrating with you guys. That's what I'm here for, is celebrating. Woo! How many people ask you about Callie each live stream? Several dozen, if not hundreds. Yeah. You want to see Callie and me work on something together? We've got a podcast that we're hosting. Come listen. It's called Curiosity Daily. I keep almost saying smarter every day. Sorry, Destin. Curiosity Daily is the podcast that I do with Callie. Yeah. Cotton candy knife, then put it in water. That would be a short-lived knife. Do you use a coal forge? No, I don't have any forge. I don't forge. I do stock removal knife making. Do you do call-ins on your podcast? No, I don't think they've ever done call-ins. Probably not. Could a budget sandblaster be made with an electric tire inflator? You could use an electric tire inflator to inflate or like to put air into a tank. It would be very slow, but you could. But just like from the air coming out of the tire inflator, I don't think you'd ever have enough volume of air to move the sand the way you'd need for a sandblaster. Copper fused Damascus knife. Usually that's called QMI. When they put copper into Damascus, it looks pretty cool sometimes. What headphones are those? These are Bose something. I don't know what their model called, but they're Bose. How much cotton candy would it take to make a person float? Cotton candy doesn't float, Tyler. It dissolves immediately. Um, I am not planning to make a knife out of gum. Do you know any magic tricks? I can do a few little sleight of hand card and coin tricks, but nothing very impressive or good. It's been a long time. What is the best way to make a durable metal for a knife? Start with steel and add little bits of some other elements in there, like vanadium and nitrogen and cobalt and whatever, in very specific ways. That's how you get the most durable knife. Yeah. Are people still talking about ways to fight Marvel different combinations of superheroes? I don't know. How about a knife made out of epoxy? I guess. I don't have a lot of plans to make knives out of other stuff. I plan to make knives out of steel. They work. Do you see yourself actually forging blades instead of just removal anywhere in the future? Possibly, but I would need a space and money and everything. Happy my birthday to you too, Michael Skinner. I would need a space and money for a forge and all of that. So, Scottish must be your favorite accent. Scottish is one of my favorite accents to do. Yes. Um, yeah, forging. I would need a space. I'm too close to my neighbors to. I don't want to bother them with the noise. Um, so I would need a whole new place and setup to do all that. It's on the menu for your birthday. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight. If you meant literal menu, I might go get a burger or something. Can you make a hydrogen generator? I think I don't have anything specific I want to do with a hydrogen generator, so I'm not I'm not just gonna build one to build one. I'd have to come up with something specific to do with it. Is water wet? Well, water isn't wet, but the water next to water is wet because it's touching water, so it's got water on it. Thank you, Tyler. Um, shoe size 10 and a half. I've been going okay, hour and 22 minutes. All right, guys, I have been doing this for over an hour and 20 minutes, and I want to get back to trying to get my barbecue grill all nice and cleaned up. So I'm gonna do that. This has been great. It's been lovely having you all here. Thank you for joining me and asking fun, bizarre questions. And oh, Bose 700s. There you go. Someone else knew what kind of headphones I have, even though I don't. But thank you for joining me. Happy my birthday to all of you. I hope you have a great day and do something fun and take care of yourselves. And I'm going to take off. Thanks for being here. End stream. Oh, and I thank you. I stand mute. Happy my birthday to you as well. Goodbye, everybody. Ending Instagram. Share. Oh, that's gonna do well. Great, sharing that. Yes, thank you. The end is Instagram stream. Goodbye. You're all wonderful. Have a great day.